So next here, just some stretch kicks, just the usual. So a couple steps and just stretch and alternate legs. Okay, so make sure you do 10 each leg. Okay, take it easy. Okay, and then after you're done, side stretch kicks. Same, just 10 each side. Okay, so next up, just gonna do a kind of light little warm up. We'll just do, yeah, okay. So just here, bounce, hop step down, roundhouse kick. Just kind of get your legs moving a bit. Okay? So 10 times each side. And if you're when you're doing air kicks, don't like full power, full force it, okay? Focus on like having crisp knee up, back, right? So as opposed to like more like more technique, slow, okay? Just relaxed. Okay, relaxed kicking is better anyways. If you learn how to relax kick well, your kick will actually be stronger once you kind of get that down. Okay, so relaxed kicking, hop step, back leg, 10 times each side. This is taking too long. Let's do 5 each side. Okay, Alec, make sure here when you kick, don't do this. Don't stick your butt out and pull your body in. Back straight. Okay? Stick that hip out. Just do a roundhouse kick. Go. No. Don't don't do this. Look. When you're kicking, you're doing this. No. Keep it straight. Try tuck your bum in. Like this. More so. Okay? Try. No, back leg roundhouse kick. Yeah, much better. Like that, okay? Maybe you'll get a little bit more immediate power if you go like this, but in the long run, it's bad for your technique. And if you keep on kicking, like I'm telling you, it'll be stronger in the long run. Yeah? Forget about this drill. We'll move on to the next one for everybody else. So, okay, so here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 times, and then take a break, breathe, walk around, go pet your dog, and then 50 times again. Okay? Emily and I are going to do 300 jumping jacks because we were both late. Go. Okay, that's enough. Emily and I can stop doing our jumping jacks now. Okay, even if you're not a 300, not a big deal. Okay, so wow, jumping jacks are actually good. Secretly, I just got to look at everybody's technique more. Okay, so next up, take a little breather, take a little break. Okay, everybody go get some water. Not because you should be tired now, but because you will be tired. And don't drink too much because we're going to do a lot of dynamic motions after. Okay, go. Okay. So next up, we're gonna do so next up we're gonna do here. So same thing like last time, but axe kick. So 1, 2, okay, so make sure deep bend and then extend and down. Okay? Except not at your kneecap at it. Okay, so I'm just joking. Yeah, so that 20 times, and then down, anywhere from like 10 to 20 push-ups. No, anywhere from like 10 to 15 push-ups. And then axe kicks again 20 times, and then 10 to 15 push-ups, and then axe kicks again 20 times, and then 10 to 15 push-ups. So 3 sets, okay, 20 axe kicks immediately, and 10 to 15 push-ups. Okay, if you have trouble with push-ups, don't worry, you can put your knees on the ground and do that instead. Maybe do more if you're doing that. Just balance it out enough to make your arms a little tired. Okay, so everybody understand? Yes, yes. Any complaints? Or no, not complaints. Any questions? I don't care about complaints. Yes, good. Yes. Okay, let's go. Okay, so everybody take a bit of a breather after that. Intense, yes. Did anybody find it easy? Anybody want to make it harder, huh? Yes, hello, anybody? Anybody? Wow, nobody. Crazy. Okay. So take a bit of a break. That was a tough one. We're gonna do another tough one, so you need your energy. Okay, so everybody shake it out. Okay. Next one, maybe a little bit easier. So 20 roundhouse kicks. So, you know, the usual, just always 1 foot on the ground. Okay. And then, I need to give my arms a break. 10, or we'll do 5 to 10, or just like if you collapse at some point, just like that's enough. That's enough. Okay, that number's good. Close grip push-ups. So hands close and yeah, everybody understand? So like hands like this. You can make a diamond if you want. I like to go a little bit more like this, so it's easier on my wrists that way. But hands basically touching. So anywhere from 5 to 10 of those. Yeah, so 20 roundhouse kicks, 5 to 10 of those push-ups, 20 roundhouse kicks, 5 to 10 of those, so 3 sets. Okay, everybody understand? Anybody confused? Good. Okay, take a deep breath. Out. Okay, let's go. Come on, you can do it. You can't quite do 10 push-ups like me, Because you're out of shape after quarantine, just do less. It's okay. Okay, is everybody done? Hattie just finished? Okay, you can go take another break. Hattie's already begun. Get another drink and come back. Don't drink too much. There's 2 more tough exercises to go. Okay, let's go. Are anybody's arms not tired? Anybody not feeling their arms at all? In like a not sore way, not like a my arms are numb because they've been worked too much kind of way. Yeah, okay, good. So we'll wait for everybody. Emily's here. Okay, we're all back. Whew. Okay, 2 more. Okay, so everybody take a break. Shake your legs out a bit. Just shake them out. Shake out your arms a little bit. Okay, we'll take 5 deep breaths. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Okay, so next up, we'll keep it at 10 for now. If you're really feeling like peppy after 10, you're like, I still got energy, I could go eat a horse. Then like do 5 more and don't eat a horse. Okay. Yeah, so like anywhere from like 10 to 15-ish. I probably just could do 10, honestly. So squat, jump, land, double. Squat, jump, land, ha. Okay, important. If you're having trouble with the drill, just do it however you want, okay? As long as you get the double properly and everything. If you want to make it a little harder on yourself just because you're depressed after quarantine and want to inflict more pain, look at my feet. Squat up. When I jump, don't let your heels touch the ground and then do the double. So hop. Look here. I'm like this when I land and then pop. So right away. Here, hop, pop. Everybody understand? So if you want to make it a little harder on yourself, don't touch your heels to the ground. And right away, land, papa, double. Right away. No matter what you're doing, you should be landing double as fast as you can after landing. Okay? And if you want to make it harder on yourself, don't let your heels touch the ground. Okay. So we'll just do this. Do only 10. Then switch legs. Do 10. And we'll do that twice. Okay? So squat, jump, double 10 times. Each leg twice. Anybody confused? No? Okay. Make sure when you double, both legs off the ground and do a little shimmy, you know, shake it. What I mean by that is you want to twist your hips, right? So when this leg kicks, twist. So look here, look at my hips, right? I'm twisting. So twisting action going on when you jump. Okay, ready? Go. So last one, only gonna be one set of this one, but it's gonna be a little bit killer. Okay, so okay, so what we're gonna do is, yeah, okay. So on the spot, 1, 2, forward, slide back, ha, slide back, ha. Okay, so one more time. 1, 2, forward, slide back, roundhouse kick. When you land, bring the other foot back. Here, slide back, ha. Okay, so it's like I kick, bring this foot back. And then, somebody give me a number between 1 and 5. Anybody? Anybody? You can show it with your hands if you want. 3? Okay. And then 3 burpees. And then do it again. And then 3 burpees and then do it again. 10 times. After that, though, you can stop. Okay? Just this one time. Okay, everybody take a deep breath. So recap. If you want to, instead of slide back roundhouse kick, I encourage, if you know what I'm talking about, do a pana chugging. Okay? So 1, 2, jump, down, back up, jump. Don't do a push-up in the block. Down, back up, jump, down, back up, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 burpees. Come on, you can do it. Mental fortitude. Push through. Come on, don't stop. Good job for finishing. All right. Good job, everybody. Is anybody still alive? Oh, we got 3. 2 deceased. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Oh, only 1 deceased. Oh, none deceased. Damn it. Okay, so just gonna do some light stretches now. We'll just do some toe touch, some butterfly, some side splits, and call it a day. All right. So toe touch. Despite the name, think more about stomach to your thighs. I'll tell you guys when to stop. I'm gonna count 30 deep breath or 30 seconds. Okay, let's go. Okay, and now butterfly. Okay, so body down and push your knees down. Okay, let's go. Okay, and last one, side splits, just seated and body down in front of you. All right, and everybody up. So good job. Give yourself a pat on the back. Who did some hard exercises today? Did anybody find it easy? Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't want it to be too easy for anybody. Okay. Good job. Okay, now go.
So first, we're gonna always start with a wall because it's just relatively easier. Can you guys all hear me when I'm over here? Okay, cool. So if you think these drills are too easy, maybe like stack like 2 pillows on top of each other and stand on top. Makes it a lot harder. Cause like, so here, if it's on solid ground, it's too easy, like your foot's really stable. But to make it harder, I would take like something squishy and unstable, like, no, not that. I have a half ball. You guys probably might not, but something unstable to make your foot shake will help your balance a lot, okay? So if you guys want to make it harder, just grab something soft, like some pillows and stand on them. If you guys are okay with standing on them. I don't like standing. So just to start off, we're going to start at the wall. You don't have to hold it if you don't want to, but slowly from a walking stance, on my count, we're going to go 1, knee up, 2, extend and bring back, and 3, land forward. Okay? So each is 1 count. So starting from here, in a walking stance, I'll come closer to you guys to see. I don't know which one is it. Okay. And so knee up 1, extend and retract 2, and land forward 3. Good. So that's going to be our first step, okay? So you can do the same leg each time, or you can alternate legs. It's up to you. But we're going to do 6 one leg and then 6 the other leg, okay? So on my count, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Good. So try and keep your knee at the same level when you retract it once again, okay? So try not to go 1, 2, and then see how like my knee is bouncing up and down kind of when I kick. It's like changing levels. So try and keep it at the same level for the best that you can, okay? So one more time, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. And that's 2. Ready? Back. 1, 2, 3. Good. Back. If you lose balance, that's okay. And ready? 1, 2, and 3. And back. And 1, 2, 3. Good. And last one, ready? I think it's the last one, I'm not too sure. 1, 2, 3. And back. Okay. Now we're gonna do the other leg, or like continue doing alternating legs if that's what you guys do. Ready? 1, up, yep, and 2, and 3, down, good, and back. Ready? 1, 2, and 3, down, and back. That's 2. And ready? 1, 2, and 3, and down. That's 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 4. Ready? 1, and 2, 3. Good. And let's do one more. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Good. Shake your legs. If this is really tough for you for like holding your knee up, you should like especially feel it in your hips. So if you do, you should like rotate your hips a little bit. And maybe the other way. Okay. Now we're gonna try this maybe with like side kicks, okay? So for this one, we're going to go on like after walking stance. 1, he's gonna come all the way around. 2, extend back, extend back, and 3, and 4. Okay? This one's gonna be a lot harder because you have to pivot from one way to the other one. So if you need to, when you pivot, you can hold the wall. But if you want something a little bit more challenging, you can try without it. Okay? Ready? Starting with 1, 2, and 3. Good. And back. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. And 2 more. Ready? And 1, 2, and 3. And last one. Ready? 1, and 2, and 3. Okay. Let's try the other leg. It's even hard for me, so I probably need to work on my balance as much as like anybody else. Ready? And 1, 2, and 3. And back. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Ready? 2 more. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And last one. Ready? And 1, 2, and okay. So now we're gonna try that with like different stances. So last week we went from like long stance, kick, long stance, but now we're gonna break it down. So we're gonna do it the same way we did earlier, but a lot more slow motion. Okay? So we're gonna start with a long stance or front stance. If you guys don't have space, I would recommend, yes, it would make it a little bit easier. Try to to go on the furthest end of one side of the room, and then because you won't be kicking behind you, if that makes sense. Because what you're gonna do is long front step, 1 and 2, 3, and that shouldn't take up more than like 1.5 meters. Or if you need to measure it out, go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and that should be the maximum extent of stepping room. Okay? Starting with long stance or front step. And when I count 1, knee up. 2, kick. 3, land into a long stance. Good. And if you want, you can either scoot back or you can do the same for it. Okay? And ready. We'll start from 1. 1, 2, and 3. And back. And ready. 1, 2, and 3. And back. And 1, 2, and 3. Good. And back. 2 more. And ready. 1, 2, and 3. And 1 more. Ready. And 1, 2, and 3. Good. And now other leg, or if you're alternating, just keep pushing. 1, 2, 3. Good. And back. And 1, 2, 3. Good. Back. 2. 1, 2, and 3. 3. 1, 2, and 3. Oops. I fell to sleeping. That's 4. 2 more. And 1, 2, and 3. Good. And 1 more. 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. And shake your legs. And rotate your hips. I have 1 more. And then after, maybe, I don't know if Doyun has any, but if not, then we can like put it. So for this one, we're gonna do the same thing, but with side kick now. Okay? So starting in a front long sit. But for this one, maybe try this one with the wall, okay? The reason why is because right now, what I'm gonna do is, other than that, otherwise it's a little easier for you to see, is when I bring my knee up and I extend, I want a slight hold. So 1, 2, and then back, down. Okay? So when you kick, 1, 2, back, and then you can put it down. So this might be a little easier with the wall. I'll probably find it easier with wall, but if you don't want to use the wall, that's totally okay. Okay, starting in a front step or long step. And bringing in your back. and 2, 1, 2, back, down. Okay? So I'll count the extension, and then after the count, you can retract it right away. I won't do a count for it, okay? So 1, and then after, down, okay? So the count will go 1, 1, 2, back, 3. Okay? Okay, ready? And 1, 2, 1, 2, back, and down and forward. Good. Ready, back. Ready, and 1, 1, 2, back, and down. Good. Ready. Okay, ready, and 1, 1, 2, back, and down. Let's try one more. Ready, and 1. Let's 10, 1, 2, back, and land forward. Good. Let's try with the other leg. And 1, and 2, 1, 2, back, and land forward. So when you're landing forward, maybe it would be helpful. But 1, I'll face you guys with this. 1, once I retract, I want to my back foot will go from pivoting to behind me to forward. And remember, when you're pivoting, you want to pivot on the, I call this the ball of the foot. I don't know what you guys call it. Or like, yeah, I don't know what this is called. This part of the foot, not the heel when you retract. Particularly because it might cause future knee problems. Okay, let's do 3 more. Ready? And 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and back, and land, and again. Ready? 1, and 1, 2, back, and land forward. One more. Ready? And 1, 1, 2, back, and land forward. Good. So the whole point of this drill is so you can I don't know, kick super high or get your legs really strong. What this is mostly for is so you can control your leg before you land forward. So one thing just like from teaching in general, I've seen a lot, is that when people kick, they just drop into the stance right away. And that looks a little awkward, right? And you can lose balance and it gets really difficult. But if you can control your leg, so kick, 1, and then land into your stance, it makes it look a lot easier and it looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. So when you're doing your pattern, make sure when you're kicking or when you're moving that you control all your movements. So if I kick, I return my leg, and then I land into the stance. I don't just kick, extend, and flop into the stance. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions about that? No? Everything's good. So if you guys want, you guys can try this at home. If it starts to get too easy over time. Like for example, like the front kick one is a lot easier for me than like my side kick one. Then you could put something soft underneath your foot again and then try it, okay? Just make sure it's not too like narrow, like don't stand on, I don't know, something really tiny, because if you fall off, you might roll your ankle, and I don't want to be held liable for your hospital bills. I'm sorry. Okay, let's check the time.
We're all doing Tagisazang. Okay. So let's get started. We have 30 minutes. Perfect. Okay. So everybody to it. I need to make myself some more room. 준비. Okay. I'm going to assume that everybody knows at least the first step. Turn it to your side, to your left, specifically in back stance and double knife hand block. 하나. See. Make sure that for your back stance, your back leg is really bent. Like most of your weight should be on your back leg. Like Alec, I think you can go even go lower down with your stance. Yeah, like make it like really obvious, really dramatic. Two, down, and before I smash my knee into something, I have to reposition. Spear hand. Good. No, the other way, same thing. Let's see, good. You're gonna see me shuffling a lot. I'm sorry for that. 둘. Good. And make sure that for this, your forward stance is very distinct from your back stance. Okay. And not turning to the front. Double knife hand block, one high, one mid. I think it's actually a block strike. Okay, and then from here, kick, punch. Left hand should be punching. From here, make some space if you need to. It's side kick, double knife hand. Okay? If you wait for everyone to have space, good. All right. And side kick, down, and knife hand block. So when we're doing it slowly, you're probably going to come down, knife hand block. Remember, after you kick, knife hand block should all be together. Okay? So let's go back to the start. All right, back to paddle. And we'll go through a little bit faster. Right. 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나. So for this, make sure that your wrist isn't like super bent. Like it's still a block. All right, gotta make myself room. And 하나, kick, fan block. And I think I actually went the wrong leg first. Should be this way.
Was there a kick and a punch in the middle, or am I crazy?
There's a snap kick.
That was a test.
Okay.
I forgot the kick punch. Never mind me. Addie, you passed the test. Bonus points. So, from the punch. The kick, punch. And then side kick, block. Emily has gone off screen. Make sure that, again, for your back stance here, really exaggerate going down if you need to. Okay, next thing from here, we're going to turn around our back side, and we're going to end up going to our right. Okay? It's going to be an outward middle block, like this. So the motion is, here I turn towards my back. It's still back stance. And it's a inside-outside middle block. Good. And then front kick, come back to back stance, regular middle block, outside, inside. Good. I got to shuffle again. And then turning the other way, same thing, inside, outside. Make sure for this that your knuckles are at shoulder level. Here, good. And then same thing, kick, come back to back stance, middle block. Everyone good? Okay, so for this part, I'll do the stuff going backwards, going towards the screen, if that helps. From here, you're gonna, hold on, I got mixed up in my head. Wait. Here, okay. I got my sense of direction mixed up. Thank you, Zoom. Hold on.
Turn your left, I think.
Okay, and then it's this way. Pretty sure. And then you're going backwards. So it's double knife hand block, one high, one strike mid. In forward stance. And then kick, back fist. Back fist strike starts from your hip, comes out, twists out, and hits just at the septum, or like right under your nose and above the lip. And then from here, turn to your left, middle block, left hand, punch right hand in walking stance. And then turning the other way with your right hand, middle block, right hand, punch left hand. And then from here, you're gonna step out towards the back one more time. Forward stance, left leg forward, left hand middle block, block. Boom, punch, punch, right, left. And then step forward one more time, right hand block. In forward stance, left hand, punch, right hand punch. Thank you.
Wow.
That's a, and then paddle, turning around with your left foot. That's good for everybody. Good reminder on the steps. Any questions? Okay, so I want to see everybody go up to the kick, left hand punch on your own count, okay? On your own speed, I just want to see. So everybody, 차렷, 준비. And just up to the first kick, middle punch, okay? On your own count, 시작. Oh, Michael, not that far, but that's okay. And everybody paddle, just return. So one thing, when you're going into the double knife hand stuff, make sure that the chamber motion is still there, right? You're gonna start from here, usually kind of like the way I learned is I'm just clapping with the back of my hands by my ear, and it's just gonna twist into the block. Yeah. And same thing, well, similar for the block strike. Block starts at your hip, strike starts at your ear, like a usual knife hand strike, and it's gonna go up. Okay. So let's try that one more time, but we're gonna add in up to after the side kick, and block, okay? So everybody from 준비. And just up to the block after the side kicks. 시작. Good, good. I know space is hard for us. It's okay. Okay, good. And paddle. So I know space is very limited, but let's try to get just a little bit more pop on the side kicks. Right? Kick. And I really want you guys to sell me on the one. Right? Let's start getting a bit more power into the moves. Some of you are doing really great with that already. So just keep it up, okay? So we're gonna add in, actually no, we're just gonna come right back to the double knife hand block going forward, okay? We're can time. So everybody back to 준비. And just one more time. Up to the double knife hand blocks with just a bit more twist, a bit more impact on everything. 시작. And paddle. If I really wanted to nitpick, and it would be nitpicking because everyone's doing really great, after the side kick, I know it's kind of hard, but let's see, side kick, still have the chamber motion. I think I've seen some people just kind of kick and then down and put your hands up in the block position, right? I want you guys to really focus on what's between the kicks, what's between the kick and the step, right? So kick, where my hands, they're still tucked, down. Kick, still tucked. And as I'm coming down, I'm already in the chamber, right? So the full motion is there as much as possible. So let's just isolate that bit, right? So from here, right? Left leg forward, left hand blocking, right hand striking, kick. And think about after you kick, how are my hands gonna get ready for the punch? Right? And then side kick. And side kick, and have the chamber ready as you're coming down. Control your body weight, control your balance, and still give it the twist, give it the impact of every single hand technique that we see. And this is the hard part. And we'll try that just one more time. Right, so back to double knife hand, high and mid. Kick, control, right? Control with your shoulders, control with your hips, exactly where everything's gonna go. And then side kick, side kick. Yep. And paddle. So now let's put it all back together and just straight up through to the double knife hand block at the start, keeping everything in mind. Think about for your hands where the torque is going to come from to generate the power. Okay, even on the blocks. So everyone, 준비. And just up to that same point, 시작. Good. And from here, we're gonna do the rest of it, starting with the turn, block, and then kick punch, kick block. Actually, let's go back to this motion, All right, let's start with the inside outside block. From here, I just want to see everybody kick, come back in a controlled way. Just do it a few times. So what I'm noticing with some people here and there is that after the kick, your body kind of starts sliding back a bit. Try to keep it centered as much as possible, right? It's not like kick, and because my leg's coming back, I'm gonna let everything go back. It's here on the spot, kick, back down. Does that make sense? Yep. Good. Right. And let's go back to, since I think everyone's really getting it, back to this, the left side, or well, left hand on your right side, kick, back, and then we'll do the turn. And kick, back. And then from here, who remembers the next step? Good, Addie and Emily and Alec. And we're gonna, whoop. I slipped on my own floor, it happens. Double knife hand block. Right. Emily, I want you to raise your left hand just a tiny bit more. Right. Make sure that your head is covered. From here, good. Kick, back fist. Good. And then turning to your left, block, punch. And then turning around with your right leg, right hand block, punch. Good, and turning to the back with your left, block, double punch. And step forward, one more time and keep. And paddle. Pegek first one where we really start getting into the balance stuff. It's fun, isn't it? Although people like seeing like the back stance, kick, come back. Apparently it's impressive at demos. And I'm over there, I'm on stage, like, let's not let me fall over, please. So I want to see you guys do it all together. Put it all together just once. On your own count. Try to make it as smooth as possible. Give it as much twist and snap on every motion as you can. And think about when you're doing kicks, what your next hand motion is, not just where your foot's gonna go. Okay? All right, everybody, 차렷. 준비. 태극사당, on your own count. 시작. Great, and let's see, paddle. So one common thread I'm seeing throughout is after the kicks of any kind, make sure that if the chamber for the hand technique requires both hands, you're engaging as much of that as possible, right? So one thing I would say for homework is isolate every single step and figure out, like if the double knife hand block requires me to have this full range of motion, how can I best fit my kick at the chamber after I've kicked and extended into that motion? Make sense? So try to plan out where every single part of your body is going to go on the next step. That is the hard part. That's something I'm trying to work on for myself too, throughout like all the patterns. But the more you test, the more you do tournaments with poomsae, these little details start adding up. But I think everyone's got the steps down. So why don't we just do it one more time, and then we'll start stretching for cooldown, okay? So everybody, 준비. 해극사전 시작.
하,
바로. Good job, everyone. That looked a lot better. I really like where you guys are taking this. So remember, for homework, if you guys choose to do it, just break down every single step and just isolate them before you even start connecting them, right? So even just going from this, the first motion, to spear hand strike, even just the spear hand strike, treat that as its own motion. So sometimes you might just find yourself starting from double knife hand block back stance and just working on this. Or even just being in four stance already, just isolate the hands, right? And the other thing is when you're going from back stance, kick, punch, and you turn the other way, just make sure that your back stances are all lined up. I can't see your feet, but I want you guys to be accountable to yourselves and be really strict about it, because if something's off a little bit, if your front foot on the other side starts sliding in, then I don't want you guys falling and hitting your head or something, okay? So it's about time to start cooling down. And since we're all in this breakout room anyway, how about we just start cooling down here? Okay. So everybody should start with a basic stretch, hands on your hips, feet shoulder width apart, look up, down, left, right, lean left, lean right, up, down, left, right, left, left. I don't know if anybody heard my neck cracking throughout that. Okay, shoulders, rotate them back. 1, 2, set, net, that's up, oh, yeah, roll them forward. You guys count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Left hand, left elbow behind your head and hold it. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, and switch. And you guys count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And stretch your left arm across your chest. And hold it. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, and switch arms. You know the drill.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Hands on your hips. Rotate your hips. Let do set. Let this. Yes. Oh. Out. Yeah. Other way. Count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Feet slightly wider apart. And stretch your right arm over to your left. Let do set. Let us. Yes. Go. Out. Yeah. Other way and count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
And up. Feet together. And reach up. Breathe in deep. And reach down to your toes. Or if you can, try to touch your chest to your knees. And let, two, set, let, us, yes, go, out, young, and count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And keep your feet together. Let me adjust my camera. And hands on your knees, and we're just gonna bounce down. So we're gonna bounce down twice, up twice. So it's gonna be 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, go, 여덟, out, 열, and count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And feet shoulder width apart, and rotate your knees in if you can. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, go, 여덟, out, 열, and outwards count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And standing up straight, rotate one ankle outwards. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, go, 여덟, out, 열, other way and count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And other foot rotating outwards. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, go, 여덟, out, 열. Switch and count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Shake it out. Shake out everything. We have about a minute. Is there anything anyone particularly wants to stretch in a painful way? Or in a non-painful way? Nope.
Butterfly.
You know what? I like the butterfly stretch. Let's do it. Sitting down, the butterfly position, heels together, and just flap them a little bit. Totally not doing this because I'm old and my joints don't move the way I want them to. And I gotta warm them up a bit before certain stretches. And then try to use your elbows or hands to push your knees to the floor. Or if you're inflexible like me, just do your best. And we'll hold. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, and count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Flap them a bit more. Try to bring your feet closer. And try to touch your forehead to the floor if you can. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 야.
Good. And stand up. And check it out. All right. Do we have any final comments, Alicia?
I think we're good. Good job today, everybody. Your balance all looks better than mine.
A lot better than mine for sure. Again, we gave you a little bit of homework. If you don't want to do them, that's fine. If you want to do it, treat it as a de-stress session every single day, just 5-10 minutes at a time. It all adds up.